Welcome to Galas and Giving. Tonight we're at Discover Africa's Culture and Cuisine, an event in support of Grandmothers for Africa. A great cause and a delicious event.
The Grandmothers for Africa are part of a grandmothers campaign that the Stephen Lewis Foundation started about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, 200 Canadian grandmothers came from across the country to meet with 100 African grandmothers in Toronto. They met alongside the AIDS conference in 2006 in Toronto. So those 200 grandmothers really bonded with the African grandmothers and vice versa. And those 200 grandmothers went home and started groups in their communities, and today, 10 years later, we are 10,000 grandmothers across Canada, grandmothers and grandothers. I went to a tribunal meeting in Vancouver in 2013 where 6 grandmothers testified and told their stories, and I was just moved. I knew I had to do something, and I vowed to myself that I would come home to Kelowna and raise funds in my community. So that's what happened, and that's how I found the Kelowna Grandmothers for Africa. They were already here in a group, and I joined them. When I was in Uganda last year, I visited some projects that the foundation supports, and I visited a brick home that had been built on a grandmother's property. She had managed to secure her land title, so the outside family couldn't take it away from her. And then the foundation, in fact, it was grandmother's campaign money that built her house and a cistern beside her house so that she had rainwater and she no longer had to walk 2 kilometers a day to get well water. And she is responsible for 18 grandchildren. Her 8 children all died of AIDS.
How important is tonight's event with respect to awareness and raising of monetary funds?
Well, it's important for both, and because if we understand the need and we understand the benefit that is happening with some of our support, then we realize that we are making a difference in their lives. We understand that, and we can continue to help.
What we're doing is we're offering an amazing evening of African-inspired food. There's 8 different stations set up, 6 culinary, so savory, and 2 a little bit more on the sweet side. We've got some pastry tables set up this year. I love being able to do these sorts of events where we get something a little bit different. I mean, we don't cook African food all the time here, and for us to just kind of stretch ourselves a little bit and learn something new and support an amazing cause, it's just one of those things that makes you feel good.
Tell me a little bit about the chefs getting involved. I think they're quite excited to actually have the opportunity to cook African food.
It challenged each of the chefs to come up with something different. And in this case, we work with junior chefs, with senior, or what we call them, mentor chefs, to help guide them. We were all looking up ingredients in the books, and Google was our friend, trying to find different things that would give us that flavor.
I love these. They actually match my dress.
I know, they're perfect. We designed them that way. It was like a spray painting. So we spray painted onto the chocolate with it's like a cocoa spray paint, so it's still edible. And then you just spray paint it, and you can do different designs by holding up different kind of stencils, I suppose.
How excited are you to be part of this event?
It'll be a lot of fun. I'm super excited, and there's lots of young students getting their first try to do an event like this, and it's for a great cause, so it'll be a good time. I'm a mentor, so I'm the watcher. I'm trying to make sure that everything works out how it should, and well, everyone runs around a little bit, but it'll be fun.
All right, if there's any missteps, we know who to talk to.
It's my fault.
Today, there are approximately 10,000 members in the more than 250 Grandmothers for Africa groups. Over the last decade, their campaigns have raised more than $25 million. How important is tonight's event for you?
Well, it's one of our big fundraisers, and we only have 3 because we are a small group. And we probably couldn't put this on if we didn't have the help of a partner in the Chefs Association.
Mike, tell me a little bit about what it means for tonight's event with respect to these kids, these junior chefs. What an opportunity for them.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for them. They get to experience a different cuisine because we're all trying to do the North African kind of cuisine with a bit of a modern twist. And, they get hours towards their apprenticeship too. We give them credit for ITA hours, which is great as well.
Tell me about tonight's event. What does it mean for you to be involved?
Well, you think, I just came back from Bali, and you see a lot of poverty there. And so I can relate I haven't been to Africa, but I'd love to go. And I can relate to what's happening there, and I'd like to help.
This year, Discover Africa's Culture and Cuisine raised almost $20,000. This money was split evenly between Kelowna Grandmothers for Africa and the Okanagan Chefs Association.
Another absolutely fabulous event. Great food, great people, and a really worthy cause. I'm Cheryll Gillespie, and I hope you'll join me here next time on Galas and Giving.